welcome to another episode of Bikelife Diaries, and a really special episode this week because we're currently in the middle of our Germany trip. So if you're watching this, you've probably seen all the updates that I've been posting during the journey and while we've been here so far. So it's now Sunday and we left on Friday, stayed in the night in France, left there, got to Germany on the Saturday. You can do the whole journey in one, but we decided to split it up. And then today we've been riding down the Black Forest to B500, so absolutely amazing. But I'll talk about the journey in a second. And yeah, so tomorrow we're going to play it by ear tomorrow because there might be thunderstorms tomorrow. So we'll decide whether or not we're going to ride. If we don't ride, that's fine because there's plenty of things to do locally here in Aachen, or it might be pronounced Aschern, I'm not sure. But there's a gorgeous little town here and there's plenty of places to get food, and there's the local swimming pool down the road as well, which we might go to if we're not riding. And tomorrow, if we do ride, it will be a shorter one because we've done a full day today. So basically like 3 full days on the bike. So in total I think we've done about 900 miles maybe so far. So tomorrow we'll either do a shorter ride for a few hours, a little bit more local, or if it's thunderstorms then we won't bother. So yeah, so basically a couple of people have asked about the journey that we took, you know, where we traveled to, how we got here. So I thought I'll share a little bit about that. So we left, Paul's just found a guitar. That's awesome, mate. Paul can actually play the guitar as well. Brilliant. You're going to be famous, mate. You know, I'm going to make you famous. Brilliant. So yeah, I've never heard him play the guitar. It's pretty good actually. So yeah, so we left Friday morning. We left at 4:45 from Wiltshire, the town we live in, Wiltshire, and we got to Folkestone at about 7:30 with a stop on the way. So basically it took us about an hour and 5 minutes to get to Cobham Services. We stopped for about half an hour for a bit of food and some coffee, and then yeah, so we then got to Calais about 7:30ish. We were already booked on the 9:36 Eurotunnel, but we planned to get there early anyway. We couldn't get on an earlier crossing, so we had a bit of a wait. I think we had 2 hours, just short of 2.5 hours wait. That included a little bit of a delay on the train as well, so but that was fine. We finally got on the train about 10 to 10, got across. The Eurotunnel is awesome. It takes about 35 minutes to get across. And if anyone's never been on the Eurotunnel, it's really efficient. You know, you just drive on or ride onto the train, park up, sit next to your bike, and then half an hour later you're getting off and you're in France. And then because this was our outbound journey and we just want to get to our destination, we stuck to the motorways, and we took the A26 all the way down to Reims, R-E-I-M-S, and then from there it's the A4 all the way to Metz. So basically 2 roads really. And we stopped off in Reims at a really special place. So there's an old Formula One Grand Prix circuit back from the 70s, I think, which is all now public road. So it's not a race circuit anymore, it's just a public road. But they have maintained the pit lane with the garages and the stands, so it's pretty special. And on my page there's a video of me doing a flyby through the pit lane. So that was really good. That was a slight detour. And then we got on our way and we got to Metz. So in total it took us 12.5 hours. But that was with like 2 hours at Folkestone, probably another 2 hours worth of stops along the way to rehydrate and get coffee and have a rest, and a little bit of a play at the Formula One pit area as well, and we just take a drink. I can't show my drink on TikTok because it's not a TikTok friendly drink. So yeah, that was that. And then, yeah, so stayed the night in France, had a couple of beers and a bite to eat. Next morning we got up, and I think we left at, what time did we leave? 9ish, 9:30. And it was about a 4-hour journey, 3.5 to 4 hours to get here. But again, quite a few stops along the way. And we took mainly back roads to get here. So it actually took us longer than 4.5 hours. So we got here at 6:30. Was it 6:30? 6:15? No, sorry, 3:15. About 3:15. So it took us a little bit longer. Took a few back roads. So we were sick of motorway. So we did a non-motorway plan. And I couldn't tell you the names of the French villages we rode through, but absolutely beautiful. And then we got here, we unpacked, we showered, sorted all that kit out. The house is fantastic. It's a beautiful, beautiful house. Pool table in the cellar. Beautiful, really, really well, nicely decorated. And it only cost us, we booked it through booking.com, and it only cost us 150 quid each for 3 nights. And then this morning we got up and we did, we're pretty much right next to the B500 here where we are, or very near the B500. So the B500, if anyone doesn't know, is quite a famous biking road that winds its way through the Black Forest, an absolutely stunning location. Loads of picturesque German villages and towns, and loads of mountain roads, twisties, fast long sweepers, beautiful tarmac. It was just probably one of the best, if not the best, riding day that I've ever had. So the B500 is split into 2 sections, between Baden-Baden, which is the big major town just up the road, and the border with Switzerland. So we did both sections, and then we crossed the border into Switzerland just to say that we visited Switzerland. We didn't spend a long time in Switzerland because the police are really, really strict on bikes and speed limits. You can literally get fined thousands of pounds for being a little bit over the speed limit. And if anybody's ever seen 44 Teeth on YouTube, one of the guys on there, Chris, he was, I think, just over the speed limit, and he got fined 4,500 Swiss francs, which I think is about £3,000. I might be wrong about that. But yeah, so we didn't risk it. So we stuck to the speed limits, and then we came back to Aachen on the Autobahn, which only took us an hour and a half. So it was an hour and a half to get back here on the Autobahn, but the outward journey was an all-day ride to get to Switzerland. So yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. I would recommend it to anyone really. It's really easy to plan this type of trip. You just need to book your accommodation, pick some dates, book your accommodation, and then it is a bit of a gamble with the weather. Like last year when we did Belgium and Germany, it rained for the first 2 days. It just is what it is. A couple of people have asked about bike security and things like that. Well, when we did our overnight stop on the Friday, we were at an Ibis hotel, and we just daisy chained the bikes together using cable locks. And here at the house, the bikes are really secure. I mean, I'd say that your bikes are far more secure in Europe than they are in the UK. Absolutely, without a doubt. There's far less crime, especially like in the major cities in Europe. In major cities, yes, you're going to get more crime, but we're not in a major city. We're out in the suburbs, the sticks, out in the hills. So it's completely safe. So basically, a couple of locks, disc lock, chain the bikes together, or whatever, and you're sorted. So yeah, an absolutely epic 3 days so far, and tomorrow we'll find out what we're doing tomorrow, judging by the weather. And we'll play it by ear. So that's it for now, folks. If anybody has any questions about the trip specifically, again, just let me know, get in touch, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. But yeah, highly recommend anybody do a trip to Europe. But yeah, thank you for following the account and the channel. And thanks for all your support so far. Let me know if you need anything.